Come with us on a journey into the unknown, the unexplained, and the unbelievable. We will test your senses and challenge your beliefs. A world where science and religion clash. Or do they? You will meet real people and hear real stories, but you will not believe. You will witness strange sights and hear strange sounds, but you will not believe. This is the New England Ghost Project. Welcome to the nightmare.
Hey, everyone! We finally made it out of the freaking Pine Barrens.
Thank God.
Thought we were going to get lost in there forever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome to Ghost Chronicles Next Generation on the road. I am Van Helsing, and with me is not Charo. It is the blonde Bombshell and Kerrigan.
Hey! Hi, everybody. We're just having this big discussion about whether Charo was still alive or dead and how old she was. And she's 70.
Like. Yeah.
Anyways, we digress. Sorry.
And what she looks like, right?
She looks pretty good.
Yeah.
She's still looking pretty hot.
I wouldn't kick her out of bed.
The
Oh, wait a minute. Can you say that? You can't say that now, huh?
No. God, the things you talk about in the car when you're on a road trip. So, last month...
Car karaoke?
Oh, no carpool karaoke, please. We were doing that earlier, too. It's not good.
No, not good.
Last episode,
yes,
we only got halfway down the coast on Route 95 on our Paranormal Road Trip. So...
And we got lost in the damn Pine Barrens.
Yeah, Ron got us in the swamps in the Pine Barrens.
I recall you were driving that time, if I remember.
Oh, well, you told me the directions.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you got us lost.
Well, I just listened to Tom Tom, so what do you want? So
Tom Tom's dead.
My Tum Tum, whatever.
Thinking about my dead technology.
I'm hungry.
Me too. I'm going to have to find a Burger King or something.
Or Dunkin' or something, I don't know.
So that being said, you are driving this time, probably against my better judgment, but you're in control. You're at the wheel. It's
self-driving, press the button. It's one of those Teslas. Teslas. Wait a minute, no hoochie coochie.
All right, where are we going first?
So where are we?
We are in...
I have no idea.
Where the heck are we?
Delaware. There's a sign.
No, we're in Pennsylvania.
Look. Oh, we're in Pennsylvania?
We're in Pennsylvania.
What happened to Delaware?
I don't know.
Oh,
Which one's first?
I'm mixed up. Pennsylvania. Okay.
And that's where we're at.
Oh.
Here we are.
Yeah, we're just outside of the city of brotherly love.
Oh.
The love city. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also the home of Rocky.
Okay. So where are we going? What haunted place are we going to go to?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you want to know, right?
Well, it'd be nice to tell people.
So anyways, just south of Philadelphia stands a bastion of defense against...
Bastion.
Bastion. Can you say that on the air?
Bastionges.
Can you say bastion on the air? A bastion of defense against naval attacks from the Delaware River. There are great stone ramparts. This is going to be a good one.
We're off to a great start.
Show.
Here we go, folks.
Anytime I have to do reading, you know you're in for an adventure. At church, they wanted me to do the readings because Jan was ill Sunday.
Oh,
so I
Lord.
said, oh, God, no, please.
Please, dear Lord, no.
She would never let me read to my son when he was growing up. I mean, no. I didn't want to get struck down.
And yet here you are. Here you are as a radio show host. Go figure that one out. I don't know.
Speak English, never mind.
Uh-huh. We're all right.
All right, babe.
Sorry.
All right. The great stone ramparts of Fort Mifflin.
Yay.
Mifflin protects the young nation's capital of Philadelphia against the siege ships of the British Empire, which ironically enough had built the fort.
Oh.
In the first place, in 1772.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. But the British destroyed their own defensive handiwork in November of 1777.
Damn Brits.
With a pitiless barrage of cannonballs estimated to be about 1,000 rounds every 20 minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a lot of cannonballs.
Yeah.
Damn. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Anyway, nearly 3/4 of the garrison perished in the volley, and the fort was rebuilt 20 years later and served as a garrison in the War of 1812 and as a prison during the Civil War It is now a tourist trap. I mean, attraction. Excuse me, attraction. Featuring guides in historical dresses and then too. The site was the site of many reenactments, but sometimes they're not live actors. I'm not going to get this out. You know that.
Nope.
Right?
It's not going well, Ron.
No. The second balcony of the barracks is often visited by the spirit of a lamplighter.
Ooh.
What the hell's a lamplighter?
A lamp. They light the lamps.
Okay.
Somebody's got to do it.
Oh, he explains it in the next round.
Okay. Read ahead.
This is the man who lit the oil lamps every evening, and though he's a pale, barely discernible figure, pretty much like myself, in the twilight, people can see him carrying a long pole with a dimly flickering light at the end of it. Flickering. The casements, which were probably the most heavily bombarded during the siege of 1777, are the site of many sightings as well. The site of many sightings. That's
There you
not good.
Side of many sides.
Yeah. The visions are pale outlines that can be written off as figments of imagination if they weren't for their frequency.
Aha.
What's with all the F words? This guy is like Elmer Fudd. But even the most visible apparitions is still missing some details. He is called the Faceless Man.
Faceless phantom. It's like
Faceless Phantom.
It's like Scooby-Doo.
It is really. He's supposedly the ghost of a war criminal held in the cells during the Civil War. William Howe was his name, and for killing his superior and desertion off duty in wartime, he was held at the Fort Mifflin before being
Mifflin. What? Mifflin.
Mifflin.
More F's.
Before being hanged. He appears these days as fairly easy to see, and they say, except for his face in the shadows. The reason was, before hanging deserters, supposedly they had their heads tied with a black bag as a mark of shame.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, maybe I should wear
Holy
that.
cow.
What
Yeah,
I
we're going to
mean
get one
is-
for you.
Right. And here's one for you, Ann.
Ooh.
The screaming lady. The screaming lady of this car.
Gonna
in
be a
Fort
screaming
Mifflin
lady.
She's one of the loudest ghosts. I wonder why. She's never seen, but wails from the old officers' quarters, where she appears to be living out an eternity of regret in disowning her daughter. Huh?
Whoever that is.
I don't know. She is supposedly the soul of Elizabeth Pratt, an 18th century neighbor of the fort whose daughter took up with an officer.
Ah.
Took up what? Bingo, ice cream. What'd she take up with him? I don't know. Maybe cards?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely cards.
Yeah, probably. Elizabeth renounced and threw out her daughter, who died shortly after of dysentery.
Terrible mother.
Dysentery.
Wow.
Consumed with guilt, she is consigning
should
her
be.
daughter to this fate. The story goes that she took her own life. She not only spectral sound heard, she's not the only spectral sound heard at the fort. The nearby blacksmith.
Holy crap, they're loaded.
Yep, the rhythmic clash of the hammer against the anvil often sounds
Chink.
out.
Chink,
It's like hitting my head.
chink. Yep.
Only to be silenced when people appear and come close to the echoing room. So there's my story
Goodness.
on Fort Miffy.
That's
Mifflin.
an abundance of paranormal
Just as long as
activity.
there's no F's in it, I don't care.
Whew.
I will
Wow.
ban all F words in my future.
Well, listen, you know, I hate to tell you this
We
because.
step the gas. let's go down to Maryland.
Oh, wait, I go this way if you step on the gas.
Oh,
Okay.
no, we're not in Maryland
We're
yet.
not in Maryland yet. You have to do Delaware now, folks. Sorry, folks.
Oh,
He's
crap.
got to read some more. How long is this one?
This is thankfully not as long.
blissfully short.
Right. This is the ghost of Chara's Bridge.
Chara?
Yeah, because it's Coochie Coochie.
Charo's Bridge?
Yeah, it's called the Cooch Bridge.
Oh my God. Who named that?
I did not.
Who would name anything?
What is a
oh
cooch?
My, I don't care to discuss it. I don't think.
Not on here?
No.
Okay.
Really? There's a picture of it.
There it is.
There you go.
The old Cooch Bridge. This is the historic site of the first battle of the American Revolution, at which the Stars and Stripes were flown.
Oh.
Uh-huh. According to the journals from the British and Hessian soldiers of the time, the battle lasted nearly 7 hours and covered nearly 6 square miles. What's with the nearly?
Well, who can be
Who
exact,
can
really?
write like this? Yeah, nearly.
How would they know?
No one's going to measure
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, how are they going to know anyway? The colonial forces, the forces of the colonial, and there's the F word again, were not intended on winning the battle, but harassing and slowing the invading force. So anyways, as they marched towards Philadelphia, the colonial forces very much succeeded in that regard, only to retreat when they ran out of ammunition.
That would be a good reason.
That's a good idea. Why don't they do it like they do in the pictures and throw their guns at them?
Beat feet,
Remember
guys.
that? Like, Superman. You ever seen the original Superman?
No.
They'd shoot all the bullets off him, right? They
Yeah.
go boom, 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 boom. And so what do? The bad guy throws the gun at him. It's like, okay, you just shot him with 12 bullets. They all bounced off him. You think the freaking gun's going to
Yeah,
kill
the
him?
gun will help.
Yeah, that'll work.
Well, I'll throw this too.
It is not exactly known how many lives were lost, but likely 40 to 50 on both sides.
Oh.
The legend of the Coochie Coochie Bridge, or Cooch's Bridge, is documented earlier than most local legends, with an article in the New York Post of 1910. At that time, no one living knew the legend, and no one living knew when the legend was born.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a mouthful.
Because, it was 1911 and
Why do I have to read?
yeah.
This is not my
I
forte.
don't know why we make you read.
This is not my
We need to get a
forte.
guest on here so we can interview somebody.
In short, this is the shot of the legend.
Oh.
A British scout was dressed as a specter on a light-colored horse and was investigating and testing the defensive lines of the colonials. So this guy dressed up like a ghost.
Oh. Okay.
So he put a sheet on and
All right, if you say so.
the scout wore a steel plating over his chest and back. Oh, that's smart, because people are going to shoot at him. That's for sure. Back in that time. Yeah, look at that. Here it goes.
Kind of like a flak jacket,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Whatever.
We'll
Best they could do.
We'll get that little devil. Anyways, the shots were fired and hit the target, but the Spectre rode on. Ooh,
Really?
unchallenged.
Ooh.
After a few encounters with the Spectre, a corporal aimed higher and struck the scout in the head.
Toing. Off he went.
So he lost his head. Felling him. The ruse was soon discovered.
Ah.
You think?
Man.
However, later, a spectacular example of irony, the scout who had posed as a specter became the specter.
This is a tough one.
I'm killing myself.
Yep.
He became the specter, and had so well impersonated. So he had dressed as a ghost, and now he became
was
a
a
ghost.
ghost.
Wow.
Gotcha. All right.
Legend has it that the British soldier whose head was shot off in the battle still appears on foggy, moonless nights as a headless apparition.
Ah, headless horseman.
Yes. Other strange phenomena have been reported by visitors and travelers alone.
Alone? Okay.
Alone.
All right.
So there you go.
I have a question.
Please do
So
not.
they're bright enough, right? Here, wear this metal chest plate and back plate, right?
Yeah.
So they can't shoot you?
Yeah.
Why did they put a damn helmet on his head?
They're colonials.
Wouldn't that have made sense?
They're colonials. They can't hit this broadside of a barn.
Well, apparently somebody did.
I know.
Holy crap.
Some
Okay.
smart guy.
some poor soul
Poor,
on a
poor.
horse. Here, put this on. Go right out there. Pretend you're a ghost. No helmet. No helmet.
That'd be kind of
Sorry.
fun. Bullets splashing off. Hey, look at me. I'm
Yeah.
a ghost.
Gone.
Yep, go
All
ahead.
right.
All right. So.
It's my turn
All right,
now.
let me get that gas.
Drive the car. Okay. All right. Oh my
Okay.
God.
We're here.
Oh.
Where are we?
Wow. Now I can see.
Really?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, that sun was bright,
Wonderful
you know.
thing. What glasses?
That
do
sun
you?
was so bright.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I could
It's
barely
very,
read my thing.
very bright over here.
It was
All
the
right.
sun that did it to me.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's the excuse.
That's as good as any.
All right. Off we go. We are going to Baltimore, Maryland.
Maryland.
All right.
What's in Maryland?
Haunted hotel rooms, please. Sign me up. Spirits lurking through ballrooms and elevators that operate without pressing a button sound like scenes straight out of Ghostbusters. But accounts like these have been documented at the historic Lord Baltimore Hotel. Look at how cool it is. Oh, instead of guests running for the hills or vowing to never book another night, the hotel has seen an influx of guests saying, in hopes of experiencing supernatural incidents. What's the matter? You have your microphone on, Ron? Do I always have to set you up?
You used to fix me.
I should have. The hotel is a participant in National Ghost Hunt Day, along with more than 100 other haunted landmarks in 13 countries. Built in 1928 in downtown Baltimore, the Lord Baltimore Hotel was one of the tallest structures in Baltimore during the Great Depression, which contributed to more than 20 documented jumps. Yes, I said jumps, off the top of the building from 1929 to 1932. Hence, all the ghost sightings throughout the years.
They all died.
I think they must have. How many stories? It was,
Suicide.
well, if they jumped off the roof, I don't think they're going to survive, right?
No.
It was the tallest structure in Baltimore. I just said that. Of course they died. One story features a small girl named Molly who haunts the 19th floor of the hotel with a red ball looking for her parents. It is said that she and her parents supposedly all jumped from the top of the hotel decades ago, but her spirit still remains.
It's like ring around cozy.
Oh,
We all fall
God,
down.
that's horrible.
We all fall down.
Oh, my God.
Splat, splat.
So, terrible. So that is the Lord Baltimore Hotel. I am going to have to check that out next time I am in Baltimore. And I was in Baltimore a few years ago.
Really?
Yeah, went up to the cemetery and saw Edgar Allan Poe's grave. It's actually,
Wait a minute.
what?
Nothing.
Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Poe, right?
Okay.
Isn't that where he's
Carry
buried?
on. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, it's very cool. I'm sorry I don't have pictures. We had that on another show. So,
We did?
but yeah, I did a cemetery tripping on that and everything.
Oh.
That was very cool.
Was I there?
Yes. Yes.
Do you know, speaking about Pennsylvania and Philadelphia,
Yes.
do you know that they had to pass the law that on top of the State House was a statue of William Penn, who founded Pennsylvania?
Mm-hmm.
And they passed a law that no building could be taller than William Penn.
Really?
And of course, when they started building skyscrapers,
Mm-hmm.
they went above it. And when they built this building, it put a curse on all the Philadelphia teams. So what had happened?
Is that why they all suck? No. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can you say that in here? So,
I just did.
so what happened
Whatever.
is when they built the tallest building,
Mm-hmm.
they actually put a miniature statue of William Penn on in the top of the building.
So
And
they could-
built it so they could
They found a loophole.
break the curse.
Ah, all right. I gotcha.
I talked about that on the morning show.
Ah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I got it's a little
How's
timid.
your advice show going, by the way?
Oh, boy, you got some problems.
Oh,
being
no,
answered by
not me.
By the
Mm-mm.
lifeguard of love.
The lifeguard of love. I
The
don't
Reverend of
think
Relationships.
so. No.
Yes, we have a show called Affection Connection.
Oh,
Yes, it's myself, St. Jan, and Lou. And people send us questions, and we answer them on the air. We give our advice.
This is really frightening to me. It's even more frightening than the paranormal.
You
I
can
think.
listen to it. Go to the Fiction Connection on Facebook, and the shows are up there.
Hey, why
So
not?
There you go.
Why not? How many years you been married now?
Too long.
Come on, fess up.
Too long.
Too long.
Too long.
That means he doesn't know.
I have
He
no
doesn't.
idea.
He forgets.
I forget.
Yeah.
I forget how old I am.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I should. Anyways, moving right along.
It's your haunting next.
Next place. Take a right. We'll go on the drive. Oh, it's left, isn't it? Okay. We're there.
All right. Thank God.
Where are we?
Woof. I don't know. Where are we?
Oh, Anne, you should do this one.
Oh, really? You want me to read it?
No.
Look,
I mean,
he's gonna bail out.
Do
on us.
yours. No, I do mine. I'll
Yeah,
do mine.
you should do it.
Well,
I mean, I should do
it. It would
it.
have been apropos because
Yes.
it would have fitted better
But-
than I did that one.
Well,
Oh, okay. Anyway.
too late. You
we're
picked it. I didn't.
Look at a cemetery. Look. What under your head? Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, I got a Band-Aid.
It's gone. It's gone. I lost
I got a
it.
Band-Aid. I got a Band-Aid. No problem.
No one who is listening to the show knows what the hell we're talking
No,
about.
they have no idea. See, we're driving in a car with a green screen
Green
behind us.
screen.
So if we stick something out of our car, oops,
It disappears.
it disappears.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Little stump.
moving right along.
That's all.
Excuse me.
My arm.
Yes.
My
okay.
arm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Never
Where-
mind. I'm
where
not
am I?
referring to anything else.
Where am I?
I don't know. You've got the notes in front of you.
Where the hell?
You have this one.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, cemetery. Right. Look at Hollywood Cemetery.
Woo!
And we're not even in California.
Yeah. I
How's
never
that-
knew.
How does that work out?
I never knew there was another Hollywood cemetery.
How does that work out?
It looks really pretty.
I don't know. Most cemeteries are at least a little creepy.
A little.
Are they
Oh.
really?
I don't know.
You know,
I don't think they're
Yeah,
creepy,
a lot
but
of
many
people
people
don't.
do think they're creepy.
Yeah. But Richmond residents believe Hollywood Cemetery is especially haunted. The landmark's deceased residents include 18,000
Ooh.
18,000
It's a big one.
Confederate soldiers,
Ooh.
2 U.S. presidents, President Jefferson Davis from the Confederacy, 25 Civil War generals. Holy moly!
Wow.
Wow, that's a good thing.
What presidents does it say?
No, it does not.
Oh, Ron, you're supposed to research that stuff.
Well, this is why we give people information. They go and funk and wag.
All right, somebody go find out what presidents are buried
In
in
addition,
Hollywood Cemetery
in addition to these important burials,
Virginia.
you'll come across
Please.
a large cast iron Newfound dog.
Ooh, Newfoundland.
That too.
Okay.
Marking one small little grave.
Aww.
Yeah.
Aw, that's it. I'm going to have to do a cemetery tripping on this next time.
The
Okay.
statue stands guard over the grave, holding the remains of a young girl who tragically died in 1862. Oh, I remember that.
I
The
bet.
strange sight was the strange sight within the cemetery is the tomb of W.W. Poole.
Who is?
The site seems similar to other mausoleum grave sites, but according to gossip and lore, the Richmond vampire dwells inside this tomb.
Oh.
So we got this little girl with the dog looking over her, and we don't know how she tragically died, but
Well,
she's there.
I guess we'll
But
have to find out.
there's another mausoleum of the Richmond vampire.
Neat.
All right. I will invite you.
Please don't.
And dwells inside the tomb. These local legends have Richmond residents believing that those buried in Hollywood Cemetery may not be resting in peace, but instead roaming the grounds at night looking to prey on unsuspecting visitors. Anyway. On we go.
Oh,
Beep, beep.
okay, the end. Oh my God. That sounds like a fantastic
Cemetery,
I've got to,
doesn't it? Yeah.
you need to give me that. Are you done with that piece of paper?
No.
You need to leave that with me
No.
when we get out of the car so I can do a cemetery trip.
I
on
have
it
no
next time.
paper. This is all from my memory.
Oh, right. Yes. You're doing really well with the memory.
Oh, look
the
at,
memory
we got a
thing.
note.
Is someone going to pass us a note?
We got a note. The
I know.
hitchhiker
Watch out.
Hitchhiker's going to run up to the
There's a
car.
hitchhiker.
We can't see the hitchhiker anyway.
We can't see you anyways.
Yeah.
Thank you, hitchhiker.
Yes.
Can't read what it says.
Marilyn Monroe.
James Monroe, not Marilyn Monroe. James Monroe, thank you for finding out. President James Monroe and President John Tyler
There you go.
are buried there. Those
What do you
two
know?
US presidents.
What do you know?
But
Along with Jefferson Davis.
very good to know.
President of the
Jefferson
Confederacy.
Davis, well, he was kind of a faux president.
No, he wasn't.
so-
He was president of a Confederate country, which was eventually destroyed by the
That's-
mean old North.
The Union,
Yeah.
the War of Northern Aggression, right?
Exactly, the War of Northern Aggression.
All right, so here we are. We're still in Virginia. We're in Virginia. Yeah, we're in Virginia for a little while here. Got a couple more Virginia things coming your way.
We do?
So now we are in Richmond, Virginia. Wasn't it Richmond, Virginia,
It's the
on the
capital.
Waltons?
It was the capital.
Yeah,
No.
but didn't they always say, "Oh, we're going to go on down to Richmond"?
No,
when
that
they
was
had to
Richmond,
buy
Ohio.
something? The Waltons were in Ohio.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
thought
on
they were in Virginia.
frontierish. I mean,
I thought they
Virgin-
were in the mountains. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Richmond, Ohio,
Oh,
or Illinois, or someplace.
no.
Yes.
I think you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
All right, next we have to Google where the Waltons was set. Thank you, Hitchhiker, if you can get us that information. 'Cause
Where the
that-
hell is the Waltons?
It's I thought it was like in the Appalachian, this is like the Appalachian Trail,
Whatever. I could be
the
wrong.
Appalachian
I could
Mountains.
be wrong.
I'm fairly certain you are wrong.
I'm never wrong, but
I'm
that's
pretty
besides the
sure.
point. It's,
Okay.
It's always a first
Anyways,
time.
we're in Richmond, Virginia. Okay, and we are at the Poe Museum.
Wait a
What?
minute, I thought the Poe was in Baltimore.
Right? What? I thought all that was in Baltimore, but no. In Richmond, Virginia,
Nevermore.
there is a little stone house that holds a few of Poe's secrets, and he may just receive the occasional visit from the man himself. In 1909, a group of concerned Richmond citizens petitioned the local government to recognize the contributions of Edgar Allan Poe. There he is. There's a sign right out in front of the little stone house
isn't he
there.
so cute.
While he really was not. I don't know how he was such a ladies' man. I'm really sorry.
He had to be there at the time.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe in his day he was dashing. Anyways,
You know, no, in all fairness,
yeah,
people at different times see
different.
beauty differently than other people.
I
Sometimes,
suppose, yeah.
no, seriously. Sometimes, I mean, you go back and look at the sex starlets of the early years. They were all plump, right? And then we went to
God, what happened?
then we went to the ones that are all skinny, right, and everything else. So I mean,
I suppose.
it changes.
But anyways,
Yeah.
back to Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe.
That little cutie pie.
Yeah.
All right. So they wanted to recognize the contributions of Edgar Allan Poe. And while their pleas to have a statue erected in his honor were denied, they did begin to build a collection of items belonging to the author.
You wouldn't want to build a statue.
Nope. In 1911,
That's kind of.
I think for
could
some
you not-
reason they thought it was a bad, not a positive symbol. I don't know.
Great American author.
I don't know. In 1911, a collection of Poe memorabilia found a home inside the little stone house, only a few
the
blocks
prairie?
away from Poe's boyhood home with his adopted family, the Allens, from whom he gained his middle name, and from his first place of employment, the Southern Literary Messenger. Shortly after the collection took up residence, the ghost stories began. There are reputed to be at least 3 restless spirits that haunt the tiny house, and they make themselves known quite often. The first 2, a pair of blonde-haired children, are believed to be members of the family who built the house. While they are never seen in person, nor do they make themselves known often, they do tend to show up in photographs taken by museum guests. Whether in wedding photos or holiday snaps, the pair tend to photobomb at random. The identity of the other apparition cannot be positively named, but many who work at the museum and visit feel certain they know exactly who it is and why he is there. Often seen as a shadowy figure, it is believed to be the restless ghost of Edgar Allan Poe himself. And they feel that he is attached to some of the items displayed in the museum. Poe himself visits the halls. He is believed to be particularly attached to a hand mirror that once belonged to his beloved young wife, Virginia, as well as his walking stick, which he left in Richmond a mere 2 weeks before his death. Whether it's him or not, there are strange things that go on in the museum. One story tells of a shipment of Poe bobbleheads. Oh, we got to get one of those. Put it on the dash of the car. It'll be great.
So. That'd be awesome.
That were mysteriously unpacked and lined up on a counter by unseen hands and without tripping the museum's alarm. Others have produced countless photographs in which both the children and the mysterious shadow man are clearly visible. A shrine to Poe was built in the garden, erected from salvaged brick of Poe's employer, the Southern Literary Messenger. Plants that were featured in Poe's works were also planted in the courtyard. The museum also boasts one of the largest collections of Poe's belongings, including his boyhood bed, dozens of his letters and poems written in his own hand, and a key that was found on his person when he died, and the trunk it unlocks.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Wonder how they got the key. Wonder how they ended up with that.
Because it's from his clothes.
Yeah, I know, but how would they have found out what it unlocks? I don't know.
Does it say what it
I
unlocks?
mean,
I missed
no,
that part.
a trunk. It says a trunk, it unlocks.
He was found in someone else's clothes.
I know. They said,
Strange.
so the suspicion was that they
Suspicion.
drugged him and made him vote. It was, what do they call it?
Yeah, yeah.
Not jury.
It's the Democrats.
Uh,
It was. I'm
it
just
was the
saying.
Republicans.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid not.
Anyways,
not at that
they
time.
used to take people and drug them and make them go vote,
Yeah.
so the candidate could get in.
Yeah.
Why can't I remember what they call that?
Yeah.
Oh,
duress.
I think our hitchhiker's back over here.
Duress.
There he
yes.
is. There he is.
But they
There is.
also believe this.
Thank you, hitchhiker.
One theory believed that he had rabies too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what do you got here?
I get rabies.
You were right.
Aha! I was right about the Waltons.
You were right.
It was a fictitious
That's why she-
mountain area community in fictitious Jefferson County, Virginia, based on Schuyler Community in Nelson County, Virginia.
Damn, you're right.
Virginia.
I hate being wrong.
Appalachian Trail. They were in the Appalachian Mountains.
I never watched the damn thing. So
Oh,
I
well, you're just making it all up.
I do.
You're just messing with me. I should know better than even listen to him.
Jan watched it. I never watched it.
So now we're in Virginia.
We are?
Yep. So we're
Oh.
still in Virginia, and before we leave Virginia, we're going to do a little cemetery trip.
Oh, not the cemetery
Yeah,
again. Oh.
yeah. I haven't done a cemetery tripping in a while. So can we please roll our visit to the cemetery in Virginia? There you go. Welcome to Cemetery Tripping, where I will feature a different cemetery in each episode that I hope you will seek out and enjoy as much as I do. As an avid taphophile, or lover of tombstones, I spend a lot of time in the local New England area in the beautiful and historic cemeteries we have here. The stones here are like no others, and I have literally thousands of pictures of the intricate and symbolic carvings found on them. You can see my pictures on Facebook by doing a search for Cemetery Tripping. Today we are visiting Cedar Hill Cemetery in the historic and beautiful city of Suffolk, Virginia, which is the largest city in the state. I was visiting the area on vacation after my son's wedding, and of course had to do a bit of cemetery tripping while I was there. Originally constructed as Green Hills Cemetery, this 32-acre expanse of hilly terrain and cedar trees was established in 1802 and is now listed on the National Historic Register. Cedar Hill Cemetery is located on the corner of North Main Street and Constance Road and is the final resting place for many Confederate generals and soldiers. The entrance is impressive, with monuments and a cannon that serve as a memorial to the veterans from the different wars that are buried in the cemetery. Many prominent citizens of Suffolk are interred here, as well as former Governor Mills Godwin. Immediately upon entering the cemetery, I was treated to the sight of several family mausoleums on the side of the hill, while a cherub positioned on a bench overlooking the cemetery appeared to be shedding a tear for the departed.
Edward Everett Holland, the U.S. representative from Virginia from 1911 to 1921, has a very impressive columned monument and family plot in the front of the cemetery, with urns and the family crest carved into the front. An enormous monument with a Confederate soldier positioned atop it sits in the middle of the cemetery in homage to Confederate veterans, with an accounting of the Siege of Suffolk directly in front of it. There were some fine examples of Woodsmen of the World monuments, displaying axes, ropes, broken branches, and other tools of the trade carved onto the tree trunks. One was intricately carved and at least 8 feet tall, and I couldn't resist having my sister-in-law take a picture of me standing next to it. I also found a lovely scatter garden, which allows the scattering of ashes in place of a burial. It is surrounded by a wrought iron fence with benches and a memorial board located at each end, where people can post a small plaque for their loved one. This historic cemetery is definitely worth a visit if you are ever in the area, and I am very happy I was able to take the time to explore it. Until next time, happy cemetery tripping.
Ta-da!
Wow.
Cedar Hill Cemetery in Suffolk.
Wow.
Virginia. Now it's all coming back to me.
That was amazing.
I love that. That was a cool cemetery. That Woodsman of the World
That's
tree
pretty cool,
was
huh?
so cool.
You have to admit that.
It was hot. Oh my God, that was a 2 bottles of water cemetery. I'll tell
So
you.
evidently my mic was not good.
Ah,
I was
yeah.
clicking or something.
His mic earlier we have to apologize for.
I think it was paranormal myself.
What happens when you let him get dressed by himself?
I am
guess.
only a
I don't
man.
know.
Do not.
Yeah. Pretty
If you
much.
cut me, do I not bleed?
Let's not get biblical here.
Yes.
All right. Where are we next? We're moving to another state
Oh, we are?
finally.
Damn.
Yeah, well, you're driving.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, break the car.
Car goes, poof. That would be bad. No, I
Very
got
bad.
the thing strung up today.
Excuse me.
I said we're going to string you up today.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. What's next? Where
What's
are we?
next?
Where are we at?
You might ask, what's next?
Where are we at? I
We're-
don't know.
We're in the woods, I know that.
Oh,
Yes,
not
I-
again.
yes.
Last time we were in the woods.
That's all right, I got this.
We had Napoleon's brother, and we had, I don't even know who else was in there.
That was an interest. The Pine Barrens.
The
yeah, that was-
Pine Barrens.
Yeah, the devil that turned
The-
into a baby
I-
at 13
I just
child
lost,
and-
Yeah.
it got so outrageous. I'm like, they sit around at night and make up stories.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
If you say so.
Let's make up another story about
Okay.
the Pine Barrens.
Fine, fine.
Go ahead.
All right, so we're in the woods again, as you can tell.
Great.
Yep. And we're going where all the tramps go, and that is the Devil's Tramping Ground.
Ah,
The devil.
oh. That doesn't look like it's deep in the woods.
Yeah, it is.
That looks
There's no
like
houses there.
places where kids have a fire.
Ah, that's what you might think
Yes.
at first glance.
Uh-huh.
The Devil's Tramping Ground is a mysterious, perfectly round, absolutely barren circle about 40 feet in diameter in the pine woods of Chatham County. Not a
Okay.
tree, nor flower, nor loaded weed, or an even single blade of grass can grow within the limits of the circle.
Because it's all sand.
No. Seeds sown there refuse to sprout.
Okay.
Any vegetation planted there will die.
Ah, die.
What's
Die,
even,
vegetables, die.
what's even more stranger, if there anything could be,
More stranger.
any
No.
object left in the circle before dusk will have been violently moved outside the bounds by dawn.
Like flung?
Yep.
Flung out. I shall
Dogs,
cast thee out.
dogs, you like dogs?
Yes.
Dogs tuck their tails between their legs and whimper when brought near. Frightened animals will dig their heels into the sand and refuse
Nope.
to be brought into the circle.
Nope, not going in. Not happening.
Men, many men,
Men.
many men, men,
Manly men.
Manly men.
many men have tried to spend the night within the circle.
Mm-hmm. Are they flung out violently too?
Not one has succeeded and remained sane.
Oh, sane.
Which explains a lot about me.
Yeah.
I probably was born there.
Ron Kolek is the spot where he was born. That's why.
That's what it is.
That explains it all.
Sometimes they will see, wait a minute, sometimes they see on their vigil, what? Whoa, something. That's what it is. It's not sometime, it's something.
Oh.
Something they see in their vigils drives them out of their wits.
Oh, no.
And they never recover.
They never come back.
It's like a,
Can't retrieve it.
no, it's like an episode of Seinfeld. The Devil's Tramping Ground has earned this name. It is said this is where the devil himself walks at night.
Ah, in a circle, apparently.
Yeah, evidently. In his tramping gown, oh, here you go. In his tramping ground,
Yes.
the devil spends nights pacing around and around
It's got a lot of stuff.
and around
A lot of stuff to think about,
in
apparently.
a circle, turning his bitter mind towards ways to bring human souls to damnation.
Well, apparently people are flocking here, so he's just walking right into it.
It's the scorching heat of his cloven hoofs that kills the vegetation and renders the soil barren.
Okay.
He angrily brushes aside anything left in its path
Ah.
with its great strength and is easily able to toss aside even the most heaviest objects.
Such as a manly man.
Yes, instead of a manly man.
Mm-hmm.
He walks in his private spot on earth. The devil drops the illusion with his disguise when he appears to men. So he has a disguise.
Ah.
In his natural state, the face of this fallen angel is so horrible that no man who's feasts upon it will ever remain sane again.
Oh, that's the thing. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
The mystery of the Devil's Tramping Ground has been known since Chatham County was founded shortly before the War of Independence. From generation to generation, the story has been passed down despite efforts by scientists.
Oh, really?
To
Scientists.
explain the barren patch of land. No satisfying explanation has ever been given.
Wow. I bet
Wanna
those.
stay overnight?
No.
I'll put you in the middle.
They'll just fling me out.
They'll figure you out.
Put you in there. They'll fling you out.
They wouldn't mess with Van Helsing.
No.
They wouldn't mess with Van
I
Helsing.
don't know.
I got my special spray.
The devil's probably like, Ron, you're back. I lost my hand.
Daddy! You lost your hand again, yeah.
Oh my goodness. All
Hey,
right.
Look at me. I'm
Don't take a
ghost. Headless ghost.
poop. Okay. We
Anyway.
told you not to stand up in the convertible,
I know,
Ron.
It's funny.
All right?
All right, move on.
Okay. Nate's going to take a picture of me with my glasses on.
All right, fine, whatever.
Aren't you going to do that? He is. All right.
Where are you?
So we're still in North Carolina.
Thank God.
We haven't left. You know, North Carolina is a big state.
I've been so frightened since that last one. I don't think I can drive.
Right. Well, this is where my son lives. He lives in North Carolina. Hi, Pat.
That was so scary.
Love you.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
So now we've moved on to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we're going to visit the
Fayetteville?
Sanford House.
Sanford.
What? Sanford. Say it with me. Sanford. Okay. You just got a problem with the F's. We send you to speech class. So this is a historic and haunted building in Fayetteville that is part of Heritage Square. The land is owned by the Women's Club of Fayetteville. Of course it is, because look how neat and tidy it is. Who also, yeah, who also rented the Sanford House from 1941 to 1945 to house unmarried working women during World War II. According to legend, the hauntings began during the Civil War, where a young couple attempted to flee from the house out of fear of the approaching Union Army. The tunnel that they used, however, was blown up, and the couple's bodies were never recovered because they were blown to smithereens.
How did they know they were dead?
So, I don't know. I know, right? Since then, the woman's apparition has been seen on one of the staircases in the Sanford House, leading to her being deemed the Lady in Black. The man, meanwhile, supposedly haunts the apartments and watches television with the tenants. Of course, because he's a man. All right, tenants have reported indentations on couches and unexplainable channel changes.
You mean indentations?
Indentations. Isn't that what I said?
Okay.
So that the guy goes in, sits on the couches with them,
And changes the channel.
and changes the damn channel. He's got a lot of
Sort
nerve.
of like a woman, isn't it?
Wow. I would never do that.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
So
right.
that is the Sanford house. We're all done with the Sanford house.
That was
So-
it?
Yeah. It was a shorty.
I guess it was.
It's a very, very short, short installment.
All right. Let's
So,
go South Carolina.
I have to apologize, everybody. Ron's going to read again.
Wait,
I'm going to put my glasses back on
why are you apologizing for me?
because it's painful to our audience to listen to you read.
We want to know, is it painful for me to listen to me read?
You can't even talk.
I can't even talk.
You can't even talk tonight.
Is it
We're having a
painful?
rough night here.
If it is, let me know and I'll send you a prescription.
Uh-huh.
All right.
right.
We're over the border now.
Oh.
We're in South
South Carolina.
That's where my brother moved.
Bless,
Yes,
bless your heart.
Yeah.
I
And
think
we're
this-
going to visit one of my favorite places is Lighthouse. I love lighthouses.
Really?
Yes, I do. I love
What
lighthouses.
what lighthouse is it?
It is
I
the
know you love.
Hilton Head Rear
Oh,
Range Light.
jeez. You
The
could play
rear-
golf while you're in Hilton
The
Head,
rear-
too.
The rear range. Rear Range Lighthouse.
That is a funny looking, what's all the stuff around it? That's a funny looking lighthouse.
It's actually an alien spaceship.
It looks like an alien spaceship.
From leftover from War of the Worlds, where all the people died from the virus and left the spaceship behind.
Okay.
But
Great.
don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
It's a government
It's secret.
conspiracy.
Shh,
Yes.
secret.
Anyway, losing my voice.
I know. She has some water.
The-
Too late now.
He used to take care of me. Put
I
my
know.
mic on, give me water.
I-
give me more.
I'm a changed woman since
I
COVID, Ron.
evidently, I
I
know.
don't care about anybody.
Snap on me.
I finish up. We got to finish this road trip.
Okay. The most southern of all South Carolina's lighthouses, Hilton Head Rear Range Light, it is the only remaining of two lights that originally guided shipping through Port Royal Sound. With the front light, which was mounted on the roof of a lighthouse keeper's cottage a mile away, these lights could be lined up so people could navigate their ships through the safest. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the lighthouse. Keep reading.
Okay, safest route to the port. The remaining light was constructed in 1879 and 1880 and lit for the first time in 1880. It consists of a cast iron skeleton, the stair tower, originally clad in wood but now clad in iron in 1913, topped with a wooden watchroom and a lantern room. The cast iron skeleton is still bolted to a series of concrete bases. This complex was once included a keeper's cottage, but it was moved to Harbortown, and Sea Pines Plantation Resort complex in 1980. So it was moved to keeper's house.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they moved these. It's amazing. They used to move those all around.
Yeah.
Just even Portsmouth Harbor's moved 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
The light was decommissioned in 1932, and it was restored with the building of Palamanto's Dune Resort. The beacon now presides over the 15th hole of the golf course.
Ah, of course it does. Where's the ghosts? Oh, okay. Sorry. He had to flip the
A
page.
little bit of history. You
All
know.
right, all right, all right.
In 1898, at the height of a tremendous hurricane, the lighthouse keeper, Adam Flip, and his daughter Caroline remained in the lantern room tending to the light. A gale shattered the glass in the lamp,
Oh, no.
extinguishing it.
Poof.
Yep. At the same time, Mr. Flip suffered a massive heart attack.
Sounds like with good reason. Yeah.
Still conscious, the guy encouraged his 20-year-old Caroline to continue tending the light, and she did so following his death.
Aw.
Exhausted by the work and probably grief, Caroline died 3 weeks later.
Aw. Then who ran the lighthouse?
I know. wearing a blue gown. Wearing the blue gown she was wearing the night of the hurricane. Why was she wearing a gown?
A dress. I just mean a dress.
Why'd they say dress?
It's old terms.
Okay. Wearing a blue dress, her spirit has been seen. Her sobs and wails of grief have been heard in and around the lighthouse. Terrace Zipke, Z-E-P-K-E,
Oh my God.
Ghost of Carolina Coast recounts the story of a young couple who encountered the young woman wearing the blue dress. See, say dress this time.
There you go.
One stormy evening, she climbed into the back seat of.
Oh no.
That's scary. She climbed into the back seat
nobody
of their
back there.
car, soaking wet, and the couple drove on. The wife,
Oh well.
the wife
whatever.
turned to speak to the young woman. The back seat was empty,
Sounds like the red-headed
though
hitchhiker to me.
it was covered with water.
Oh wow. Ooh.
So that's the story of Mr.
Fripp. It's not that hard. Man, I hope we're going to make it down the coast. I think we're running out of time again. That's a very cool looking lighthouse, though. That metal skeleton's pretty crazy.
Pretty impressive.
All right, so we're going to move on to Savannah, Georgia, before we run out of time.
Where are we? Oh, Savannah.
Savannah, Georgia.
Good.
All right, the Hamilton Turner Inn was made famous by the book Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Oh, I remember that.
Right?
Yeah.
Paranormal activities inside the inn include the sounds of children laughing, billiard balls rolling around on the upper floors, and sightings of a strange cigar-smoking man sitting on the roof. The Hamilton Turner Inn was built in 1873, originally constructed for Samuel Pugh Hamilton. He was a prominent businessman and also involved with Savannah's local government. The home was equipped with all the latest and greatest inventions of the time, including electric bulbs and a limestone roof. In 1898, a large fire ravaged much of the city of Savannah. However, this home was spared due to the limestone roof that was intact at the time. The following year, Samuel Pugh Hamilton passed away, and the home remained in the family until 1915. The home was sold many times over the years and came close to demolition at one point in time, but in 1997, it has been the Hamilton Turner Inn. It's been completely renovated. The local story that has been told for decades was that neighbors would gather near the unoccupied, then emptied house each night to see the lights come on by themselves. Another spirit that is said to be residing in the house is that of a child that had died after falling headfirst into a stairway landing. Another ghostly sighting is a shadow of a man pacing slowly back and forth in the upper windows of the house. Some have seen a similar figure pacing on the roof. Probably the guy that sat up there and was smoking the cigar, right? Anyways, the sound of shuffling footsteps has been heard in unoccupied rooms, and there have been several stories of people hearing the sound of billiard balls. Could it be that some rounds of ghost pool could be played at night? And that is my story, and
that's
I'm
pretty good.
sticking to it.
All right, we're going to go to Florida. Hurry up.
All right,
Ready?
quick.
Boom. We're there.
There we are.
Okay, not to be undone by North Carolina,
All right.
Florida, as you can tell, we're in the woods again.
Oh, God.
Florida has its own little devil place, the Devil's Tree.
Oh, look at
There it
that.
is, yeah.
Oh, I see that scary face in it.
Looks like a devil's tree.
Yeah.
right? Anyway, the Devil's Tree in Oak Hammock Park, Port St. Lucie. It's a large and mysterious oak tree that lies down a dirt nature trail in the corner of Oak Hammock Park. Known as the Devil's Tree, it was the site of a series of gruesome murders in the early 1970s, and today it is believed to be possessed by the evil spirits.
Okay.
According to legend, several failed attempts have been made to cut down the tree over the years, and some visitors to the park have reported seeing figures in dark hooded capes performing satanic rituals.
No, not
near
the
tree.
satanic rituals.
Yes.
Oh, no.
By the way, the park closes at dusk.
Okay.
A local priest has even attempted to perform an exorcism here back in the early 1990s.
How did he do with that?
It didn't work out good.
Okay.
Other visitors to the park have claimed to view ghosts hanging from the branches of the devil's tree.
Ew.
So, that's a trip we should go on
Oh,
these
that
trips.
was a quickie. Okay.
Wow, we're running out of time.
Yeah,
here.
we are running out of time. But this is my last.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. All right. So we finally made it. We're at the end of the road here, the end of 95 in Key West, Florida, down with my friend Jimmy Buffett. So this is the ghost of the old Monroe County Jail, which is on the corner of Fleming and Whitehead Streets. And it's actually the remnants of this picture you see here of the old county jail. Known for housing some of Key West's most peculiar criminals, this 19th century prison has seen everything from mad scientists to female killers. Is the old Monroe County Jail really haunted? The whole place is said to be plagued by a voodoo curse. Key Westers will confirm this jail, or rather what's left of it, is definitely haunted. Residual hauntings are said to be the culprit. Hangings, angry mobs, and the evilest of offenders have all played a part in making this an active paranormal site. One ghost may be that of Osilio Perez, a 25-year-old Cuban immigrant who was only being held in the jail until he could be transferred to a mental institution. Unfortunately, he hung himself in his cell before he could be transported. Islenio and Angela.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, easy for me to say. So these are two of the ghosts, they say. And one of the jail's most memorable residents, although briefly, was Manuel Islenio Cabiza. Oh no, we only have 2 minutes, so I've got to shorten this up. So basically, he was a tough veteran of Spanish ancestry who fell in love with Angela, a sultry Afro-Cuban working girl. So they got together. People disapproved of their relationship, and the Ku Klux Klan got involved. He was attacked by the Klansmen, dragged from his home, and severely injured. But because he was so tough, he was out getting payback the next day, and he killed a Klan member in broad daylight.
Oh, not a good idea.
His lady cooked up revenge of her own, and as a voodoo practitioner, she cursed the whole place and
Sacrificed chickens.
And so they say that even though they did kill her man, she cursed all of that area. And it said that because, we got to wrap it up, because she cursed everything, it said that the palm trees die of lethal yellowing. Lethal yellowing. It affects Key West palm trees, and it was the one that her husband was hung from.
Oh,
So, anyways,
that's the curse?
that's the curse. She cursed so all the palm trees would die because they hung.
You know, I came up
They
with a
hung
great
him from
idea,
it.
by the way.
What?
Colonel Sanders should hook up with these voodoo people, and they can sacrifice their chickens, and then instead of wasting
Oh
them,
my God.
instead of wasting them, they could cook them and have Kentucky Fried Chicken.
All right, there you go. That's where
go.
Kentucky Fried
All
Chicken
right, we
comes
want to
from.
thank everybody for going on this
Yes.
trip for us.
Thank God we made it to the end. I think you're all saying that
Took us
too. Thank God they
2
finally
weeks.
made it to Florida. Now we got to fly home because I don't think the car's going to make it.
Yeah, all right. So
But we do have to wrap this up. We're going to see you next month.
we'll do something else, I'm sure.
We're not going to have any more road trips. So
For a while.
for a while.
For a while.
We'll see you next month. Goodbye.
Good night. God bless.
From goalies to ghosties, long-leggedy beasties, and things that go bump in the night. Deliver us, good Lord.